Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your bonus August reading. This is going to be a main events reading, I think I'm going to call it. I don't know. I never know what I'm going to call these, but basically what we're going to do is we're going to jump right in here as always, and we're going to take a look at some of the main astrological events that are happening this month. I picked the top 4 basically, so it's not everything that's happening, but it's the important ones. So we're going to look at the triple conjunction that's happening between Mars, Uranus, and the North Node on the 1st, and that will be in your first row here. And technically, it's not on the 1st, by the way. They're all at 18 degrees on the 1st. But, whatever. Just, deal with it, right, Capricorn? The second row, we're going to look at the full moon in Aquarius on August 11th. In the third row, we're going to look at the Uranus going retrograde on the 24th of the month as well. This is already looking really good here, Capricorn. I feel like you're itching. You have this ants card. I feel like you have ants in your pants. It's like you're ready to go here. So I like that. And then in your last row, with we're going to look at the new moon in Virgo, and that's going to be on the 27th of the month as well. Definitely let me know what you think about this reading. Again, this is like an experiment. I love doing these experimental readings, see what happens, right? So for the first of the month, basically, with the triple conjunction, you have this aspen spirit, says courage, and you also have this bird perch. It says waiting for news, package, letter. I definitely have news coming up here, Ace of Swords. So I would say if you're waiting for information or news or communication, it looks like you're going to be receiving communication. For some of you, I feel like that courage card is asking you to kind of like have courage. I feel like it is saying like speak up, don't wait. If you're waiting for, it's like one of those years. I've been saying this for like a couple of years really, because to me, the way I see the astrology is like fortune favors the bold, right? Queen of Wands keeps coming up in everybody's readings. King of Wands keeps coming up in everybody's readings. So I really feel that fortune favors the bold, the people who kind of really go for what they want. That's why I encourage everyone, like if you want to raise at work, go ask your boss. And by the way, here's the other problem with the astrology. Your boss might say no. So your response is, what do I have to do to get one if you want one? And if they say, there's nothing you can do, go find another job, right? That's what I would do. And I know that sounds easier said than done. But again, the energy, I promise you, you will not regret it if you do this, if you have a job. Because you'll either A, get a raise, or you'll find something better. Same thing in business. It's like maybe you need to raise your prices. And it's like maybe you're scared because you don't want to lose the people you have. But at the same time, raising your prices might bring in better clients and might also get rid of the pain in the asses as well. So I kind of see that energy here, especially in regards to finances. In your life, like having the courage to ask for more, and because you deserve it. Clearly, you have ants in your pants. Like I said, you're antsy. You want this. Then I would go for it, plain and simple. You have this 8 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Pretty much everyone has had the 8 of Swords. You also end with this flexible card. Again, you're probably sick of hearing me say it. I would just say that all these planets, I should say the 2 planets in the North Node, all at 18 degrees, is about being flexible. And again, I'm going to repeat it to everyone because it's that important that I really feel every single person, any obstacles you're bumping up against, just look for other opportunities. And if you can't see other opportunities, 3 of Pentacles, teamwork makes your dream work, as always, Capricorn. So I would be looking for other people who might have other solutions to the problems you're dealing with. These could be experts. There's tons of answers out there for you. YouTube is an amazing resource. The library is free, I'm pretty sure, for the most part. I don't know. I haven't been to the library in years, if I'm being honest. But, what I would say is that any problem that you're dealing with, go find a solution. I've been saying it for years as well. Nobody's coming to save us. People always ask me, are the aliens going to land and save us? Is the government going to save us from our problems and all this other stuff? Nope. We have to save ourselves. The solutions are going to come from us. We're in a very empowering time, and I feel that people should be super excited about this because, again, we're being empowered, I believe, personally, by the universe to find solutions, to come up in, it's kind of making us all independent in a way, but in a good way, not like toxically independent, but positively independent, where we're all learning to be able to like take care of ourselves and each other and create more abundance and good things like that. But again, it's going to be coming from searching for solutions, and it could also be coming from like teaming up with other people to find solutions. The other thing I'm getting here is that this lady, she has polka dots on her cloak right here. Polka dots in the tarot represent needing to have more fun. They can also represent taking things too seriously. So I would say that if you're having any problems, or even if you're not having problems, here's the thing. is that things could be going very well, but there's always room for improvement, right? In all areas of your life. And she kind of represents maybe sprinkling in some more fun, or looking for fun new ways of doing things, or looking for ways to overcome your challenges that are fun for you. It's like, kind of like, I always think of like health. I'm not a doctor, so do not take this as medical advice. But what I would say is that if you're trying to get healthy, there's like a million ways that you can get healthy, right? There's a bunch of diets. There's a bunch of exercises that you can do. There's a bunch of different ways you can exercise. There are many things to do. What is fun for you, right? That's what I would say here. I always see people running, right? Running is the big one for me. I always see running, and they always look like either they're about to go to the bathroom in their pants, or they look like they're dying, right? 90% of the people that I see running. Not true for everybody. Some of you, I know, you're like genetic freaks. You're great at running. Not me, right? I'm not running from any. If you see me running, you better also start running the other direction along with me, because I'm running from something, right? Plain and simple. And so what I would say here is, it's like saying, what can you do for fun? What can you do that you will enjoy? That's the quickest way that you will solve your problems. Here you go. Same thing. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a card of love, of course, receiving a love offer, all that other beautiful stuff. But it can also be a card of fulfillment. It is overflowing, that cup. And I feel like this first row kind of is saying that your life is meant to be fun. Your life is meant to be beautiful and amazing. And this is all about fulfillment and creating more fulfillment. I actually feel like the whole entire reading, your reading is very, very different than everybody else's. Like, for the most part, the collective energy has been very similar in this first position. And again, definitely with the flexibility for sure. But I feel like your reading in particular really has this major focus on, if you are doing things that you love, then I feel like you're going to attract like wealth. You have this wealth card coming up next, success, love, pretty much everything. Next, you have this fire ant spirit here, and you also have this wealth card as well. Like I said, ants in your pants. I feel like you're feeling antsy. I feel like something is bubbling up here with that fire ant card. I feel like something's about to explode. It almost looks like a volcano, in the middle there. And that's what I'm feeling intuitively on this card for you, Capricorn. And really, I feel like your finances are about to explode. Again, another card of teamwork, by the way. Ants, they work together. They kind of work as one as well. I feel like all those things would be great with this energy. But I kind of feel like something is kind of reaching this like boiling point. It's like things are bubbling up, and I do feel for a lot of you it's in regards to your finances. By the way, this is happening, this row here is the full moon on August 11th in Aquarius. And what I would say here is I feel like you're coming up with some really good ideas, or you could also be receiving good news. For some of you, I feel like it's both with that Ace of Swords. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And I feel like that is the thing that is kind of causing this, bubbling up of energy, and I do feel like it's a good thing. That fire ant card there, it kind of goes both ways. It can be a good card or a bad card. In this situation, I do feel it is positive. You have the Six of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Ace of Swords. Again, it's kind of annoying. I have a feeling that the Death card is going to come up quite a bit, for forever. Like, we are in a time of great change. I think people don't realize that we're in this time where I feel like we're going to be undergoing transformations very quickly. It's funny, someone left me a comment a couple weeks ago, and they were like, how many times are you going to talk about transformations? I'm like, probably a lot, because I truly feel we're in this time where we could be undergoing multiple transformations, way more than we normally would. Like, things are happening faster. I believe the energy is speeding up, right? And that's probably why this is happening. I think we're kind of, reaching this point of expansion, right? And so when you think about it, like expansion, it's like the molecule. It's almost like we're all little molecules, right? And we're moving around very, very quickly. We're going through these quick transformations, and I feel like that's what's causing the expansion. I don't know. I'm a crazy person. Hopefully that made sense. But it wouldn't surprise me if you're undergoing through a lot of changes. I feel like, again, being flexible, enjoying the process, looking at it as you having multiple experiences in your life and really truly getting to, enjoy all that life has to offer. I feel like the more we can embrace that type of attitude, the better. I'm like a little bit of a homebody. I'm a Pisces, but I've been trying to embrace that attitude more. Like, I don't like change. I just like things to be the same, but I've been trying to embrace that, like, just enjoying different experiences and things changing and things being different. I think it just makes things a lot easier. You have the Six of Pentacles here. And again, definitely some changes in your finances. Six of Pentacles is kind of like a card of balance. You can see he's giving to one person, not the other. But sometimes I feel it's a card of planting seeds. For you, Capricorn, I do feel that. I feel that multiple readings that I've done for you have been about planting seeds and experimenting. And I'm telling you right now, I feel like if I were Capricorn, and I basically am, as I always say, I would be trying a lot of different things in business, especially, or career. I would be experimenting, and I would also be paying attention to what's working. Like, it's one thing to experiment, but it's like another thing to try things and make sure you're keeping track of the experiments and saying, you need to be able to look back. You could be doing this by journaling, just writing down what you're doing, keeping track that way. You could be a nerd like me, have a spreadsheet. I talked about this in another video because, again, I feel like it's super important at this time that we experiment, but also pay attention to what's working in all areas of our life. And the Six of Pentacles is a card of planting seeds. It says, like, in your business, try multiple things, water those seeds, nurture them, take care of them, pay attention to what works, and then keep doing what works. And that's what I'd be doing here. Same thing in love as well. It's like, you might have a partner. You might want to do things to keep the romance alive in the relationship, and it's kind of like saying, try a couple different things. It's like, I know everybody's like all about love languages or astrology or all these things in relationships, right? It's like, just try a couple, see what works, and whatever works, keep doing it, plain and simple, right? And finally, you have the Ace of Swords in this row. 2 aces at the bottom here. 2 aces are a definite yes to any question that I haven't answered, but the Ace of Swords is a victory as well. I'm also getting something about communication here. I'm going to clarify this at the end, some of this, and we'll look more into that Ace of Swords. It's not exactly clear to me what this communication is. For some reason, it's popping into my head as approval. I don't really consider the Ace of Swords to be a card of approval, but sure. It is an ace. It is a yes. So, by all means, it could be an approval, I guess. But, the way I read, I don't read it that way. And I'm also getting something about an obstacle. You can see these mountains here. You could be getting a message or communication that either helps you overcome an obstacle. I keep wanting to say that. But it's also like, I can't say it, even though I just said it. I get it, but just intuitively, it's like no, that's not right. That's a message I'm getting. So I feel like you could be getting a message that helps you overcome an obstacle. So again, maybe you haven't overcome the obstacle yet, but I feel communication could be important there. Next, in the area of the Uranus retrograde, which is on the 24th, you have this gibbous moon card. It says you are very close to achieving your goal. Love it. You also have this dark man. I don't attach gender to these cards in these general readings. But it says dealings or relationships with a man with dark complexion or hair. You could just be dealing with a person, dark complexion or dark hair. But I definitely feel you are very close to achieving something with that gibbous moon card. And again, this whole entire reading is, again, very positive. You have the King of Cups, like everybody else. You have the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. The King of Cups makes sense to me. Again, everybody pretty much has had the King of Cups. The King of Cups is about your emotions. I feel like the more emotionally flexible we can be, the better. You can see that he's sitting in the middle of the ocean, and there are these choppy waters around him, but he's perfectly fine. So he doesn't really care that what he's dealing with. He doesn't care like what the energy around him is or anything like that. It doesn't matter what's going on in the world, what's going on in his personal life. He always maintains like emotional stability. And I feel like that's important for you for some reason. For some of you, I feel like there could be certain events that are happening that are actually helping you do this. Like, there could be people who enter into your life at random moments that kind of lift you up. I feel like there could be things that make you happy. And it's just like everything seems to be, again, I get this boiling, energy off those fire ants, like I was saying. And it's almost like everything is kind of, lifting you up, boiling up or something like that. That's how I feel. With the 8 of Cups, again, a lot of people have been getting this card as well. 8 of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you, and it's also really a card of walking towards fulfillment. I feel that if that's probably the most comforting thing about the astrology right now, is it kind of looks a little crazy, and I know there's a lot of doom and gloomers out there, right? But what I would say is I feel intuitively, I know it, right, that we're actually walking towards a lot more fulfillment. It might not seem like it, but it is. I feel we're walking towards fulfillment, abundance, just like good things for pretty much for everybody. You have the 7 of Cups as well. And the 7 of Cups kind of says you have a choice. You can focus on the positive or the negative, and I would definitely focus on the positive. Again, you have that 6 of Pentacles there. It's like imagine you had 6 pentacles, and you can invest 1 pentacle into each one of these cups. Again, I'm speaking generally here, but I would invest in the positive things. Like I would look at your energy as the 6 of Pentacles and say, I only have 6 pentacles to put into things, so I better invest in, positivity and, light and good things is what I would say to you. Finally, with the new moon in Virgo on the 27th, you have this flexible card. like we already talked about, the astrology is all about being super flexible. You also have this December card as well. I do feel that there could be a lot of changes that are coming in for you around the time of December. Again, the end of the year is kind of interesting, and so is the beginning of next year. You know, there are a lot of good things I feel that are happening, you know, between now and the end of the year. So, or I mean, you know, kind of like at the end of the year, then, you know, into January, basically. So kind of makes sense to me that there could be some positivity there. You have the Devil, the Strength card, and the Emperor, all major arcana. You have the Devil, which is you. I feel like this is your energy. You're just coming up in a very strong position. People always ask me, why does Capricorn have to be the Devil? I'm like, well, it really has to do with Saturn. It has nothing to do with the Devil. So this is your card. It's not a bad thing. It is just you showing up in a strong position. And I really just feel that this is you. I don't really feel it's talking about anything except for the Strength card. The Strength card, you have you, Capricorn, Leo, and Aries. So some of you could be dealing with any one of those signs. You also have Scorpio, water here in general. Again, I don't really necessarily see this as a love reading. To me, love is always available to us. But what I would say is those people could be important in your life. And again, with that Ant card, Three of Pentacles, you know, those might be some like friends or family members or people. Those could be the signs of the people that could help you. But the Strength card with the Devil could represent kind of conquering your inner demons. You can see that this lion here, I'm at a loss for words all of a sudden. This lion has its tail between its legs. It is submitting to her. And this is something that she basically has to do every single day. She has to train herself to kind of like conquer her inner demons, to work on her, you know, inner monster, her inner devil. She has to work on that every single day so that she can stay healthy and happy and all that other stuff. So I feel that a lot of you could be doing like a lot of inner personal work at this time as well. And finally, you have the Emperor. Emperor's been coming up a lot as well. I feel like a lot of us would benefit from having a plan, with one exception. As I've said to everyone that has had the Emperor, I feel like it's really good right now to have like a big dream, big goal. But what I would say is I would be flexible in how you get there. There are multiple ways to skin a cat, as they say. There are multiple ways to accomplish your goals. So I feel like it's okay to have the big thing to aim towards, right? But as far as the planning is concerned, I would be more flexible. I wouldn't be too much like, I wouldn't be thinking, oh, things have to work exactly this way. Especially on the first, and I mean, to me, this energy lasts for a very long time. You know, it's the North Node, Mars, and Uranus. Uranus is going to be going retrograde, so Uranus is going to go back over the part of that where this conjunction happened as well, once we get more towards the end of the month. And Uranus is very slow moving as well, so it's going to stay in that energy. It's going to come back over as well. It's going to revisit after the retrograde, right? So, you know, it's one of those things where I would have a plan, but I would be super flexible in like how you accomplish anything. And I would also be open to spontaneous energy as well. Again, Uranus is very spontaneous, random energy. I've been literally saying for like 3 months, because the Knight of Wands comes up in everybody's readings lately, and you've probably heard me say it because I probably said it to you, that I would be super, super spontaneous. If there's like a random opportunity to do something, I would take advantage of it. If something isn't working in your business, I would be looking for any random spontaneous opportunities. Like, now is the time to take advantage of that stuff, is what I would say to you. But let's see here. I just want to see what is going on with some of these cards. So we're going to clarify some of this. In the first row with the Eight of Swords, you have the Three of Cups. I mean, obviously, 3 cups. Teamwork makes the dream work. You know, if you could work together with other people, or if there are things you can do with other people, I feel that could easily set you free. Especially like if you feel stuck, or if you feel like you can't get past something, this to me really says people in your life can help solve your problems very quickly. I also feel attention here as well. And you're not the only sign that's had that, but I feel a lot of attention coming in for you. So, you know, that could be very good if you're like trying to work in social media, YouTube, anything like that. If you're trying to get attention at work for a raise, again, really good. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Knight of Cups. Again, I feel like love is available to you. Knight of Cups is like a knight in shining armor. So, you know, and it could be a water sign. And I definitely feel that there could be love available to you. For whatever reason, like I feel like there's a need to maybe like put a little bit more into it. So, but again, if you don't want love, don't. Like, I'm not telling you what to do here, Capricorn. I'm just saying, if you want it, it's there. I feel like there needs to be a little bit more work, like maybe going out, meeting people. You know, I would take advantage of social opportunities for sure. 3 cups, 3 pentacles, you know, both cards of kind of like community and working together with other people. With the Six of Pentacles in the second row, you have the Six of Pentacles. Anyway, this has happened so many times in these readings. It's like the universe is like, no, I meant what I said. So there you go. I'd be planting seeds. I'd be experimenting. I feel there's like a lot of opportunity for wealth. I think it's going to come through two things. Again, teamwork, like I said, working together with other people in business and work, collaborating, co-creating, any of those things. I always like to remind people as well that co-creating can be you just creating something. It's like when you create something of value to other people, even if you're not working together with other people, you're co-creating. So, I would say anything you can do to do that is just going to probably increase your abundance. I would also say experimentation. Like I said, just look at my channel. Like I said, I have a ton of Capricorn in my chart. I am constantly trying new things. Yes, it drives. Here's the thing, is that you have to deal with the criticism, right? Because it's going to drive some people crazy in your life. It's like people might see you as unstable. They might see you as crazy, like everybody sees me. They might see you as spinning your tires, right? So you're gonna have to deal with that criticism. But it's like when you land on things that work, mark my words, I promise you, when you land on the things that work, they are gonna work really, really well. I also want to clarify this Ace of Swords. Like I said, you have the Two of Pentacles here. I feel like the Ace of Swords is something you need to like see. I kind of feel like it's saying make sure you're not too busy to pay attention to like words that could be coming in for you that could be very beneficial. It's like sometimes I think we like work really hard and we want to work, and then it's like, someone important to us wants to take us out to dinner. I would go. I don't know why I'm getting this feeling, but I am. I feel like someone has something important to tell you. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I just, again, maybe you're like, kind of need to get some work done. I feel like this is saying make sure to spend time with those who are important to you. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. Two of Pentacles is work hard, play hard, So I'd be making sure to like socialize, spend time with people who matter to you, all that other stuff. In the third row here for the Uranus retrograde on the 24th with the Eight of Cups, I want to clarify that. You have the Seven of Swords. I do feel some of you are cutting someone out. This might only be for a couple of you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I feel like you already know is what I feel. Look at this. This to me says you already know the truth. Sorry, you can't really see this on camera, but the Ace of Swords is right here. Then we go to the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Swords, to the Devil. I feel like you already, again, some of you could be cutting a person out of your life. Could be a water sign for sure. And I feel like this person, I feel like you've already had feelings that this person is tricky. So you could be cutting a tricky person out of your life. So you have two cards that also have these polka dots on them, right? And polka dots in the tarot represent needing to have fun. I feel like you always get these cards with the polka dots on them. They represent needing to have fun, and also they kind of represent taking things too seriously. So I would make sure you're like having more enjoyment in your life, like I already said. I also want to clarify this Seven of Cups as well. You have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, card of socializing. It's also a card of quick success. So I feel like you're finding success. Obviously, again, you have this card here, which says you are very close to achieving your goals. The Eight of Wands is a card of accomplishment, achievement, conclusions, like basically wrapping things up. So I feel you are very close to accomplishing something. I want to clarify the Devil, at the end here in the last row. You have the Four Wands, freedom, celebration. It's pretty crazy to me that I'm pretty sure almost every single person has had the Four Wands in the last row. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. And so there's a lot of freedom coming in for people at the end of the month. Maybe we just feel a sense of relief at the end of the month. Not that I think it's a bad month, by the way. Just maybe a little chaotic, right? Very busy, a lot going on, needing to be spontaneous, like I already said, like all that stuff. But, overall, I think it's pretty good. With the Strength card, you have the Page of Cups. Could be love coming in for you. Definitely could be a Leo as well. Could be a water sign with like Leo with water, something like that. But I do feel there could be a person coming in for you here if you want it. And why not? We'll do the Emperor. With the Emperor, you have the Nine of Wands. Experiment. Nine of Wands is my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So I would be experimenting like crazy if I were you here, Capricorn. But this is a really good reading. I like this. So thank you for being here, Capricorn. Really appreciate it. Definitely let me know what you think about these main event readings. I'm a little bit tongue-tied. I've done about 20 of them now. Not 20, but a bunch. So thank you. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.